Bonjour, mon frères, mesdames, everything in between. Hello, hello. Today is a new day. And tomorrow is rain. So for now, just a little bit of story. Great Divide. Right. I need to go back in. If we can... if you can get one patch out of the way today, that'd be good. I doubt it, but we shall see. We shall see. I'm also just going to need that so I don't have to see it. Our friends, the very isle itself, everyone and everything. No, it avails us not to speculate. Urianger will send word if there are any developments. Until such time as he does, we must remain firmly focused on that which is within our power to change. With that in mind, I would speak of a different matter, one closer to home. All right. Concerns etheric fluctuations which we previously attributed to good King Moggelmog the 12th. That the king is no more is a blessing for which we have you to thank. Yet all is not well in the Twelveswood. Our latest readings reveal an ongoing etheric disturbance of considerable magnitude. They may even suggest the presence of a primal. Needless to say, the mere possibility warrants immediate investigation, and I would have you... Asilia, I do not wish to interrupt, but we have a problem. What manner of problem? A band of refugees, hailing from Uldar this time, are come to Revenant's Toll seeking asylum. It would seem they expect us to afford them the same treatment we gave to the Domans. At present, they are in the seventh heaven, awaiting a formal response. Ah. I see. Mayhap this was to be expected. I shall meet with them at once. Yeah. Esilla, you know full well we haven't the resources to accommodate many more people. Consider what will happen if you do this. Word will spread, and more will follow. Your opinion is duly noted, but I will hear their suit. She's too good for her own good, as has been previously discussed. Lex, I should be grateful for your presence at this meeting. Alright. Not much I can do about diplomatic meetings, but sure, I'll follow along. I apologize for keeping you waiting. My name is Minfilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. 'Twill be praised. It is you. We're ready and willing to work, same as the Domans. Just give us a task and we'll see it done. Pray, calm yourselves. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I know naught of your situation. Beg your pardon, antecedent. I ain't so good with words. We've been living off the scraps you all done for years, trying to piece together a life to replace the one what got took. Oh, they say there's work, but there's naught for an honest man. Naught as wouldn't sully his soul sooner than his palms, any road. The flames do what they can for us, of course, but it ain't near enough. And it's only getting worse. And the calamity brought us to our knees. Those rich bastards in the tower didn't help us at all. They climbed on our backs. I don't pretend to be clever, but even I can see what's coming. I knew we had to run. The only question was where, and then it came to me. Revenant's Toll. I mean, you took them foreigners in, didn't you? So you'd surely do the same for us. I fear the situation is rather more complicated. While it is true that we accepted the Doman's petition for aid, that decision was the product of extraordinary circumstances. I sympathize deeply with your plight. Pray understand that it is not possible for an organization of our means to aid all who have been affected by the calamity. And so it is with great regret that I must deny your request. But we've nowhere else to go. You're turning your back on us? If I might have a word? Tataru is aught amiss. Ill tidings from Uldar, my lady. Alfino has been wounded. How? Is it serious? I cannot say for certain, but I fear it might be. According to the flames, the refugees started a riot. They went wild, apparently, lashing out at any and everyone. That can't be right. Why would they? They must have been provoked. The demonstration was meant to be peaceful. Seven hells, now the Blades have an excuse. They'll run us up and kill anyone who tries to resist. Antecedent, please. If you won't help us build a new life, at least help us keep the ones we've got. My lady, we are not ones to stand idly by and watch innocents suffer. However, until we know more of the circumstances surrounding this riot, I am not certain what aid, if any, we can provide. If the authorities determine that the refugees attacked without provocation, then those responsible will have to answer for their actions. How can you be so blind? Find Alfino, and quickly. If he is in danger, or worse, I would have you and none other by his side. Alright. Thank you. Pray do not concern yourself with the matter we were discussing earlier. Ida and Papa Lima will see to it. Alfino has been treated at the Hourglass. Hurry, Lex. I'll do just that. And she is quite naively blind, my friend. Sorry. Don't believe what they say. I know these people. They would only take up arms to defend themselves. If there was a riot, I swear to you they didn't start it. No riots start because of the ordinary man. But when they do, they do. Sorry. Way to phrase that. When they do get violent, they get violent. So. At least all the ones I've seen. Then again, I live in England and Australia, so. Hi.
Come, you must have gathered by now that Tataru is given to exaggeration. As you can see, I am quite well.
Yes, I can, in fact.
Uldar, on the other hand, is not. This riot was anything but an isolated incident. There is a restlessness in the air. Tensions long simmering are at last threatening to boil over. Uldar is a nation infamous for the great disparity between the wealthy and the poor. The majority of the populace accepts this state of affairs because they believe that every man bears responsibility for his own lot in life.
There's a big
To
but
the
at the
Uldan,
end there. Then.
money is the foremost, and some would say the only measure of a man's worth. Small wonder that the wealthiest wield the greatest influence.
That's because it's all run by evil. The evil Lalafell.
So where do the refugees fit into this social hierarchy? What place is there for those who fled Alamigo and the destruction of the Calamity? Plainly, there is none. They have no wealth, no power, and no worth. To the Uldan way of thinking, they may as well not exist. Choosing to ignore their existence, however, is patently not an option.
Yeah.
General Rauban and the Sultana understand this, which is why they ordered the Immortal Flames to provide the refugees aid and succor. Yet none would dispute that the expenses of this policy grow by the day, with no end in sight.
I say this literally every time I play any of the MSQ. But, oh my god. I've heard these arguments so many times in so many different places.
This has prompted more and more Uldans to question their obligation to aid these worthless wanderers. While more and more refugees have come to resent their treatment at the hands of the sneering citizenry.
Obviously, this has been taken to 10 and 11 and then 12, but these are all arguments I've heard before. These are all ways of thinking I've heard before. None of them good.
The manner of Lord Lolorito's refusal to grant the Dolmens asylum bespoke a disdain for all refugees, an attitude shared by the rest of the monetarists. And you may be sure they make no effort to conceal their opinions.
Yeah, at least they're honest about it. At least they're honest about it.
It's only a matter of time before the refugees united in protest. Nor is it any surprise that some among them would ultimately resort to violence. That the Immortal Flames should choose this of all occasions to engage in joint training exercises with the other Grand Companies. By the time they return, the situation may well have deteriorated beyond mending.
Political intrigue. Someone's pulling the strings. Someone is. Really. If that fella's testimony is to blame, is to be trusted, it sounds like they were instigated in some manner. As I told you before, it was all but inevitable that an incident of this kind would eventually occur given the rising tensions within the Sultanate. Nevertheless, I have reason to believe that this particular riot may not have begun spontaneously. Have I piqued your curiosity? Good. When you will accompany me to the Hall of Flames, I'd hear what General Rauban has to say upon the matter. Yep. Nobody plans to start a riot, except for the truly deranged. Everyone else just gets swept away. Now is not a good time, Lex. My hands are full dealing with the refugees. Precisely the matter we wish to discuss, General. Oh, you know, back on your feet already. You may credit my swift recovery to your coercions. My memories of the riot are still somewhat muddled. I trust you managed to regain control of the situation. Not entirely. We secured the city soon enough, but not before the unrest had spread to the surrounding territories. Pockets of resistance remain throughout Thanalan. We have sent what forces we can spare to root out the last of the belligerents. The progress is slow, and they are damnably elusive. I can well imagine. Given that the majority of refugees live outside the walls, it stands to reason that they would know the lay of the land. What I do not understand is how they came to be so well prepared. Before my little accident, I observed that several of the refugees were armed, and not with butcher's knives or pitchforks, but with martial weaponry. I need hardly add that such equipment is costly. No one can deny that tensions between the Uldan citizenry and the refugee population have increased since the Domans were turned away. But would that motivate a starving man to purchase arms in lieu of food? I think not. And what of those who have not even a single guild to spend, who could not survive without the aid provided by the immortal flames? Surely they would sooner sell a weapon than bring it to bear against their benefactors. Come to the point. Very well. My point, General, is that this powder keg of discontent was not set alight by chance. These events were deliberately set in motion, and our order must be restored. That is my first duty. Until it is done, any investigation can wait. I do not have time to discuss this. My scouts will be returning anon. He has a point, Alfino. Usually, autopsies are done after they have died. The General is no fool. He keeps his own counsel, and with good cause. Were he to claim, without the necessary proof, that these riots were instigated by outside forces, the monetarists would accuse him of attempting to shirk responsibility. After all, he and the Sultana have been the most outspoken proponents of refugee aid. Regardless, they will face harsh criticism in the days ahead. Political maneuvering beyond my scope. I think you're grasping at straws there, Alfino. Our allies may stumble upon the truth in time, but I have far more faith in your abilities, Lex. Therefore, I propose we conduct our own investigation, independent of the authorities. That's never a good thing to say. To that end, I would have you make inquiries in the settlements suspected of harboring belligerents. Commander Swift will know where they are. He may balk at a request for such information, but I have no doubt that you can persuade him with your silver tongue. I don't talk, Alfino, in case you hadn't noticed. I, meanwhile, shall seek answers in my own way, after which we can regroup and share our findings. Well then, shall we? I see no reason not to. It's not like I have anything better to do. I don't... You look as you have something to say, Lex. Do you? What you ask is no simple favour. Were such information to fall into the wrong hands, the lives of countless soldiers would be at risk. Even so, there is wisdom in your words. An able individual may be better suited to this task than a regiment. Very well. The Brass Blades have reported suspicious activity in the vicinity of Lost Hope. It may be unrelated to recent events, but we doubt it. I suggest you begin by speaking to the Blades posted there. Lost Hope? Isn't that... Yeah, it's the little one in there. I've spoken to them I've spoken to them before. I doubt they'll remember me, but it would be nice. Lost Hope. If memory serves, this place was a shit show before, and it's probably still a shit show after. Yeah. Vandally off Frick. I didn't expect them to send you, Lex. I take it this means someone has read my report. The refugees who left with the merchant have yet to return, and I am increasingly concerned that Zazawaka's suspicions were correct. You haven't the foggiest what I'm talking about, do you? Never mind. Speak with Zazawaka. He will explain everything. What brings you here, adventurer? A search for refugees? And you've come to the right place. Ah, you mean those refugees? No, you won't find them here. Most of the people of Lost Hope have come to accept their situation. They're content to pass their days in peace and quiet. Outsiders have trouble understanding that, like that merchant who passed through recently. Gregarious fellow, awfully opinionated. Can't say I was sad to see him go. Hmm. A merchant stirring up trouble, giving weapons. Terrified refugee behind. Hello, Zazawaka. Oh, don't hurt me. I'm not one of them. I beg your pardon. You're not a flame. I see. If Leofric bid you speak with me, then I take it you've agreed to help. So be praised for that, because we haven't a moment to waste. Everyone knows the flames are on the march. The others have fallen under that fanatic spell, but not I. Promises of revolution and retribution, of holding the ruling class to account and taking that which is owed. A childish fantasy. I did everything I could to dissuade the others from leaving, but few would heed my words. Now that one of our idealists has returned, however, the madness of the merchant's plan is plain for all to see. Look behind yonder tent, and you will understand why. Even now he babbles incoherently, so traumatized is he by the bloodshed he witnessed. Try as I might, I can make little sense of his word beyond the fact he was not alone in surviving. Yet I've no doubt that merchant will lead the remainder to their doom. I beg of you, find them before he does. I will try. What are you doing? Don't. Why didn't you run away with me? We could have escaped together, and you'd be here with me. But you just stay with me. Why did you have to stay and leave me alone? Poor bastard. Who are you? What do you want? Ah, it's true. I followed the merchant, and may the gods strike me down for my folly. What they will not give you must take, he said. When we asked how, he revealed a cache of weapons he had brought and implores us to seize control of our fates. I thought about running then and there, but the others were so excited. He split us into two groups, set us off on our own. When the flames found us, we didn't know what to do. Our leader tried to parley with theirs, but they started arguing and fighting, and everyone was fighting, and the flames were shouting, kept on choiring. Oh, God, the other group, they're still out there. If we don't stop them, they'll be massacred like mine was. All right. The other refugees are hiding in the cave south of Lost Hope. But to approach them would be fruitless. I would sooner call us agents of the Sultanate and try and kill us than listen to reason. Why, the twins might even deign to do the deed themselves. A pox on all bloody sellswords. They were supposed to train us to fight, but the ones he sent with us vanished during the struggle. Oh, if only we'd never listened to that merchant's ridiculous claims. He said our cause was righteous. The gods would never suffer us to be defeated. Though, if they were forced to confront reality, that's it. Challenge the twins to combat and show my brethren that their strongest warriors are no match for one man. Mayhap then they will agree to lay down their arms and renounce this plot. I will try. Unfortunately, I get the impression from your blabbering that they're not like to listen to me. Even if I do kill these so-called twins. Seven elves, they've found us. Everyone grab your gear and make for the rendezvous point. So that's your game, is it? Sorry to disappoint you, lad, but we're more than willing to kill you ourselves. I'd rather not kill you, but... one for many, as they say. Goodness gracious, what is happening to my internet? I assume these are the twins. You beat him like it was nothing. God almighty, what we're gonna do now? Go home. Pretend like this never happened. And they may not kill you. You returned. Did you find my brethren? What are the twins? What happened? I see. Well, you had no choice. Better that a handful of them take a beating from you than a lot of them get butchered by the flames. Tell me, what did the merchant have to say when it was over? Not there. Huh? Where else would he be? Unless he went to Stone's Throw to recruit others. The merchant wished to approach the refugee in Stone's Throw, but was waiting until the flames withdrew their forces from the vicinity. Now that they have, there's nothing to stop him from continuing his work. How many more must perish in pursuit of this futile cause? How much more suffering must we endure before it ends? Find him, convince him to cease this mad quest. It will surely lead us to ruin. You speak large words for the voice I gave you. I'm sorry, friend. You're probably far more intelligent than the voice I gave you lets on. Anyway. Stone's Throw, yes. It's the one that is a stone's throw from the gate. Hello, love. I'll not be doing a child's voice. Have you seen my parents? No, I just got here. They told me to stay here with the others. They said they'd be back soon, but it's been days. They left with the man from Uldar. The man said they were going to change everything, make it so we could live inside the walls with everyone else. I liked it when he said that. I didn't like it when he talked about making the rich people pay. Everyone looked so angry and I got scared. Say, mister, are you looking for someone? I'm looking for that there merchant. I'm looking for someone stirring up trouble. You mean the man who left with my parents? But I don't know where he... Wait, look. Over there. I think that's him. Well, no. Which of these gullible fools shall be my next victim? Hi. I'm not I am very gullible. He's getting away. Go get him, mister. All right. Come back here so I can take your niece out from under here. Bum, 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 bum. Sprinting with all the class of a second-grade midget. Oh, he's in the train station. We'll have him cornered, Papa Shan. Who? You again? Why are you pursuing me? I think you're stirring up trouble. Sedition? Treason? Revolution? That's preposterous. Who has filled your head with these lies? Refugees? The self-same refugees who terrorize the streets of Ul'dah? Ah. You have no evidence to prove your accusations. None. Why are you being so defensive? No, I will not accompany you to the Hall of Flames. You have no right to detain me. I have every right. By the knees that I shall take. For the sake of argument, let us say I did do the things you claim. Surely you don't think I give a kicking ass about politics? It was business. Only business. Look, mate, I don't care. I just need you to tell us. Oh, that's not good. We both know I am not the one you want. However, if you agree to protect me, I swear I shall tell you everything. I can do that. That, however, I can't. What's all this commotion? 7 hells. Tell the others to spread out and search the area. The killer may still be close. I'm doing a lot of slurring for the voices today. Look, wasn't me. Hold, adventurer. I know more about your relationship with the victim, as well as the events leading up to his death. He's the one what sold all the stuff. This man was responsible for the recent riots. Mayhap we owe his murderer a debt of gratitude. In any case, it is obvious you are not the one whom we seek. You may carry on with your investigation, Scion. Thank you. Unfortunately, investigation over. For the moment. They did kind of just kill our only lead. That sucks. Bum, 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 bum. What news, Lex? Where's the merchant? He's dead. Murdered? Damn it all to the 7th hell. He was not simply murdered, Lex. He was silenced. Too many knew his face, and he was ready to divulge his secrets. Do not despair, though. We may be closer to identifying the true orchestrator of these riots than you realize. It's Taleji, isn't it? From the cutscene. The Flame General left word that you were to proceed to the Fragrant Chamber as soon as you returned. You wished to discuss your recent discoveries, as well as the results of our own investigation. Master Alfino has already been informed and should be waiting for you outside. Pray, proceed to the Royal Promenade with all haste and speak with Bartholomew. Aye aye, Sergeant. Chamber of Rule. We have been expecting you, sir. Please proceed inside. Okay.
Commander Swift has kept us apprised of your recent activities. You've made great strides towards quelling the violence.
Okay.
Despite our best efforts to determine what provoked this uprising, the truth continues to elude us. Have you uncovered aught which might shed some light on the mystery?
So why are we doing this in, like, the meeting room? Surely there's a dark alley somewhere we can talk.
This information does not leave this room.
It's quite big. Doesn't
The
have to.
Syndicate's decision to reject the Doman refugees' appeal for asylum had lasting repercussions. A number of those displaced by the calamity claimed it was proof of a policy of discrimination.
They're not wrong.
Together with a group of Alamegan refugees, they organized a series of demonstrations to protest against the Sultanate. Demonstrations which became heated, but did not descend into violence.
That's what I thought. No one plans a riot.
Served as a call to arms.
A unit of brass blades sent to supervise a demonstration loosed arrows upon unarmed protesters.
Oh! There we go. That'll do it. Who the fuck ordered that?
It was this atrocity which prompted the refugees to take up arms. I need not tell you what followed.
Ugh. History is a circle. History is a fucking circle. Then again, this came out before all of the Floyd and all that sort of stuff. Oh, hey.
Assumed at first
They got that story right.
Born of a miscommunication. When emotions run high, they happen. But suspicions were raised regarding the unit's commanding officer, whom I ordered interrogated.
As you should.
Sure enough, our fears were soon confirmed. The dog confessed that a merchant had offered him coin to give the order. A merchant in the employ of Taleji Adeleji.
That's what I thought. There we go. Can we go and kill the man now?
Adeleji. But he spoke in favor of the Doman's cause, and has ever seemed sympathetic towards the refugees' plight. Why would he do such a thing?
So that he can be in their good books and get money, I
Know you of
assume.
the Cartano Reclamation Bill?
No.
It is a proposal to annex the Cartano Flats so that refugees may establish permanent settlements.
Cartano. Isn't that where the big, like, fight happened? They had a whole ceremony.
Aye. Some might even call it a battlefield.
Hmm? Against who?
The destruction wrought by Bahamut was greatest at the Cartano Flats. That much is common knowledge.
Yeah, even I know about that and I'm stupid.
What is less well known is that his rampage laid bare ancient Alagon ruins, of which no record existed.
Ah, I see.
There are certain differences of opinion as to how these ruins should be handled, which is why each nation maintains a military presence in the region to this day.
So you can all checkmate each other. If one of you tries to do something, the other ones will kill them. So no one does. Mad in its
Yet
simplest
differ though
form.
we may, we are still allies. Therefore, in the interest of preserving the Eorzean alliance, we have reached an agreement.
Hmm.
Any conflict which may arise during the course of military exercises in the region shall have no bearing on relations between our nations.
Really? Okay. That's difficult to do.
In full knowledge of this delicate state of affairs, Teleji Adeleji proposed the Cartano Reclamation Bill. A shameless bloody ruse which stands to benefit him in but one conceivable way.
Getting access to Allegan
If
ruins.
successful, he will gain control over the disputed territory under the guise of assisting in the settlement effort. And you can be sure he'll build an orphanage next to every Allagan ruin.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yikes. Okay.
The man would threaten the unity of the Eorzean alliance and risk countless lives for personal gain.
Isn't that all of the monetarists, though? They're capitalists.
He walks a path all his own, independent of any faction and beholden to none of his fellows on the Syndicate.
Once again,
By
he is a
inciting
capitalist
others
Lalafell.
to violence, he hopes to convince others that the Cartano Reclamation Bill is the only viable solution.
But it's not, though.
His sympathy for the plight of the Domans was not but posturing to gain credibility with the refugees. Of that there can be no doubt.
So the man is playing the longest con known to con.
Forgive me,
Okay.
but what could possibly motivate Teleji Adeleji to go to such lengths? What is so special about these ruins that he would risk his position on the Syndicate, and, most likely, charges of treason against the Sultanate?
God, those are the wrong way around. Probably the first one is more important.
Omega.
Huh?
Pardon?
You don't just drop the Greek alphabet and say nothing.
An Allagan monstrosity, not unlike the Ultima weapon. Mayhap larger, we know not. It has yet to be fully excavated. Allagan inscriptions indicate that it was created to fell Bahamut himself.
Okay. Suddenly, top is far more interesting.
If accurate, it might explain why Nail Van Darnus chose to bring the Red Moon down upon the Cartano Flats. Given the ends he went to ensure Eorzea's annihilation, destroying the one weapon which could stay the Elder Primal may well have seemed like good sense.
Yeah, because there's not a lot in Cartano, is there? Given you could have dropped it on Uldar or on the Shroud or on Vilbrand. Why drop it in the middle of nowhere? Okay.
When first I bore witness to the power of the Ultima weapon, I doubted the evidence of my senses. And now you tell me there is another such weapon. One which could contend with Bahamut. Bahamut!
Aye, we were skeptical ourselves. Truth be told, until the Ultima weapon's existence came to light, we thought the inscription had been mistranslated.
At present, Omega is more akin to a fossil than a tool of war, having long since ceased to function. As such, its true potential cannot accurately be gauged. However, if someone were to restore it, as the Garleans did the Ultima weapon, I have little doubt that he would wield untold power.
Power enough to subjugate Uldar like as not, and the rest of Eorzea besides, which is doubtless why Teleji Adeleji yearns to have it.
Who needs an army when you have a nuke, I guess?
That he should aspire to world domination. He who has ever walked 2 paces behind Lord Lolorito in matters of commerce.
I mean, They all have so much money. It's like comparing Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk. They are both inordinately rich and inordinately psychopathic. There's, like, what matter how much coin he makes when he makes too much?
Seeks this power. Woe betide us all should we allow him to have it.
Pray waste no time chasing rats. Only a fool would believe that secrets can be kept in Ul'dah.
It would seem the implications
We
of
should
the
be talking
Sultanate
about this
refugee problem
in a
are
back
rather more
alley.
far-reaching than we assumed.
We shouldn't be talking about it in a wide open room known for having important meetings. Hmm? Hmm. I should be glad to know the truth, and yet, the thought that all this chaos was the product of one man's lust for power sickens me. How long do you think they intend to hide the existence of Omega from the Scions? That they even felt the need to do so is most troubling. It would be in our best interest to learn more of the military activities in the disputed territories. You are, of course, the Scion best suited to the task. Sergeant History, do take a moment to visit Maelstrom Command and make inquiries at the earliest available opportunity. I shall do that. Begone, whelp! This is no place for children. I'm sorry. Oh, it's the poor lass whose parents aren't coming home. Sorry. I was looking for you, mister. You said you were looking for the man who left with my parents. You know this girl? Yeah, parents are dead. Should be looking for an orphanage. So he visited Stone's Throw as well. I see. Did you find the man? Were my parents with him? Yes, no. They were not, I'm afraid. However, I can think of several places they might be. If you like, we can go and look for them together. Really? You'll help me look, mister? No, far too kind, Alfino. Of course, but first I must needs finish speaking with my friend. He's telling me a secret, you see, so no one is allowed to listen. Mayhap you could wait for me by that pillar over there. We require but a moment. Okay, mister. I'll be waiting. But with kids with me, Alfino. Not difficult. I'll take it to the quicksand. Mayhap Modi will know what to do. A legion of Guardians and Aether Star Primal, even dealing with an Ascan would be preferable to this charade. Sometimes I fear Minfilia is too ambitious. We rush hither and yon in response to threats as they arise, without concern for the strain it places on our limited resources and ourselves. It is our job, Alfino, as the only people who can do it. Mayhap the time has come for a change. In what? Resources? We already draw a fair few. Lex, this is Minfilia. I know this is sudden, but I must ask you to return to Revenant's Toll with all due haste. The situation in the Twelveswood has taken a turn for the worse. I will explain in detail once you arrive. Okay. Twelveswood. Then the primal she spoke of before has been confirmed. I have received no reports of external activity, which leaves the Sylphs. Go, Lex. You know as well as I that the appearance of a primal takes precedence over all else. Oh, and when you arrive, do inform the antecedent that while I am grateful for her concern, she need interfere for my safety. I am more than capable of protecting myself. Will do. Go. Take your political intrigue away from me. I'm here to kill gods, not talk with princes and princesses. Not my strong suit. Dun, 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 dun. Hello, my dear. This news from Ul'dah was most disturbing. Yes. Oh. That's not a good feeling. Apologies. I must rush this. I will be back if I'm back, but I might not be. Goodness. Sorry.